Kapanga vlog. Thank you very much. For my cool guy sunglasses. Let's see. I'm trying, Peter Berg. So I'm back. I just had to. Indica Games, welcome. I just had to charge my phone. Take a little break. Come on. Welcome back, everybody. Just needed a break to charge my phone, really. Awesome. Connect, connect, connect. As Chi would say, she'll be here any minute, I'm sure. Weather is good. It's a little cooler. It's 63 degrees. The sun's behind the trees now, and I think clouds are blocking it a little bit, so it's a little cooler than it was. But it's still nice. We'll do some ASMR chip eating. I'm sure the mics will pick that up nicely. Oh, look. It is 17.22 Celsius. Peter Perk say connected or one banana. Come here. Come here. Up, get it. Come on. Come on. Oh. Jester, welcome. Tuna steak with rice sounds good. Ooh, now I need to make rice. I'll probably actually start that pretty soon because I think we have some more steaks to have tonight. Even a little bit of income, if you can get monetized, helps. I mean, good grief. Let's say I got $30 a month. That's still a bunch of delicious meals out at a restaurant in the Philippines. Oh, Mr. Troll. Great. All right, then. Welcome, Mr. Troll. Come on, guys. Give me something to talk about. You know, once I get going, I can't stop talking. Man. Pimples in full HD. You don't like rice, but you love yellow rice. Maybe you're using the wrong rice and cooking it wrong. Xbox. Now, I have had both. I went through like 3 of the original PlayStations before they were even called like PS1. It was just PlayStation. Let's see. Let's list off my... Cool, Peter. I'll have to look if I'm on mics or not. My gaming history. I started on an Atari 2600 and a Commodore 64. I had a Nintendo Entertainment System. I had a Sega Genesis. I borrowed and played a lot on Super Nintendo. I loved that pod racing game. I had a 3DO, which was a little known system that didn't live very long, but it was actually created by Electronic Arts, which spun off into its own company and had Panasonic and some other company making the consoles. Then I went through like 3 PlayStations. And I had a Dell computer that I played a lot of games on. And then I had a day one Xbox. I was playing Halo right away. I had an Xbox One, an Xbox One X. Now I have a Series X. Yes, I had an Xbox 360. I forgot to list that. Actually, I think I had 2. I had a 360 base model, and then I had a special edition Halo Reach Xbox 360. I had a PS3, but the PS3 really was just for Blu-rays and Golden Tee Golf. When I got my PlayStation 3, Blu-ray players were new, and it was basically about the same price at that time to buy a Blu-ray player or a PS3, but you got a lot more capabilities. Although it was a real pain in the butt at first, because every time a new Blu-ray movie came out, it required an entire new system OS image update for the PlayStation 3. So Tuesdays used to be when the new DVDs and Blu-rays would come out. So I'd go get a new Blu-ray or two, come home, get ready to watch it with dinner with the family. And it would be, because my internet was so bad, it would take 45 minutes to an hour and a half to do an update. And then that was a school night, so that blew our movie watching for the night. So I pretty quickly got a... Did I get a Blu-ray player? I think I just put up with the PlayStation 3 updates for a while until the Xbox One came out, and then the Xbox One could play Blu-rays finally. I don't know why the 360 couldn't. It had that... Was it the Xbox One? Or the 360 that had the HD DVD player. HD DVDs died very quickly. So I have played on a lot of systems. I didn't own, but I played a lot on... I don't know if I'd say a lot. I played on Nintendo 64. Oh, I left out, I had an original Game Boy when it came out. And I had a Game Boy Color. I went through a PSP. Loved the PSP. Mostly played Hot Shots Golf on that. Yeah, I think that's most of them. But I've been a gamer most of my life. Although since, other than playing mobile games, I haven't really been playing games on my Xbox Series X. I've mostly been using it as a streaming device. Even though I have good internet through Starlink now, I mostly went to playing Star Trek Fleet Command on my phone when the pandemic hit. And miscellaneous reasons why I didn't really go back to playing on Xbox much. I really like Destiny, but I used to play it a lot with my ex, and so it was kind of a bummer to go back and play it again. So I just didn't. But I've played probably several thousand hours between Destiny 1 and 2, lots of Call of Duty, lots of Halo. I actually, in Halo 3, I had the katana and I had the full, what was it called? Basically the samurai armor for your Spartan in Halo 3. It was hard to get the katana. You had to get sword kills. And the sword only popped up occasionally on certain maps, and oh man, it was rough. Let me scroll up. I had to finish what I was already on. Whoops. I like some seafood. I like crab and shrimp. I like clams. I haven't really had urchin yet. I'll try that. I do not like mussels or oysters. I've tried oysters multiple different ways. Tried them deep fried, tried them sauteed. I haven't done the iced ones where you just slurp it down, but I mean, that seems like expensive for something you're just gonna swallow in one gulp and not even taste. So crab, shrimp, lobster's okay. I would rather have shrimp or crab than lobster. I love octopus, but knowing how smart octopus are, I don't know if I would continue eating it. It makes me sad. They're very smart creatures. But I love squid and calamari. I like sushi, ahi poke, taco poke, but that was octopus, so I would probably try and see if it's possible to make squid poke. Chris Mel, welcome. No mussels, no oysters. I love scallops, especially sauteed in butter. Everybody be good. The beautiful Chi the Filipina is the managing moderator. So far I don't see anybody in here that could be problematic except Mr. Troll, but Mr. Troll's being good so far. Yeah, I really like squid also. I've had it multiple ways. Really good. I love fish. I'm really looking forward to fish and seafood in the Philippines. Can't do oysters, can't do mussels. To me, mussels taste like oysters and can't do them. Like I said, I've tried them multiple times, multiple different ways, and I just want to yak. My first ex would get them and saute them in the house, and I would basically have to at least leave the room, if not leave the entire house for a while until the smell cleared out. I could not take it. Thank you for everybody coming in, helping me out with bananas and watch hours. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I'm used to bones. I've eaten a lot of salmon and various things that have bones. That sounds really good, Jester. I want to try squid balls in the Philippines. Those look delicious. Evidently, I have to eat 10 balut because I guess I promised Chi that I would eat 10 balut because that was the... Somebody said it and she said she'd have me do it, so I guess I have to do that at least once times 10. Ed, wow, welcome, buddy. What's going on in here? We're just Bolla Bolla. I was never big in Pokemon. I did play a lot of mobile game called Ingress, which now I'm blanking on the name of the company, but it's the same company that does Pokemon Go. In fact, most people don't know it, but when Pokemon Go first came out, most of the Pokestops were originally portal locations for Ingress, and they overlaid... Put what on video? Durian? Bolla Bolla is like a talking story, coming up with a lie story. So if you ask somebody something and they're coming up with a really flamboyant story or excuse for something, that's Bolla Bolla, I believe. I'll try durian. I've had durian candy from Thailand, and I liked the durian candy. The smell is horrible. I enjoyed the flavor. I don't know if I could... I would try durian fresh. I know the smell's horrible, and I heard the texture's not great, but oh, I'll put my eating 10 bullets on video. I don't know. I might get some kind of a strike from YouTube for all the vomiting going on. But I played a lot of Ingress. It's another location-based game. I probably walked. At first, the app didn't track how far you walked, but I think I probably walked between 500 and 1,000 miles or more playing Ingress. Like drinking stinky feet. That's funny. All right, Mr. Troll, take care. Thanks for coming in. I'll be honest, I would rather eat durian than balut. Man, why would you have it in a shake? If you can get durian hard candy, try that because it doesn't have the bad smell. And I think the flavor that people, when they get past the smell and the texture of durian hard candy is actually really good. Come here, buddy. Come here. All right, get it. Come on. Up. Up. Come here. Get it. I needed a snack, so I'm eating tortilla chips. All right, what else you guys got? We've talked about video games, eating 10 balut on video. We discussed fish and seafood. I have tried frog legs. We were at a steakhouse in Florida, me and some guys I worked with. They ordered them. They were sauteed in garlic butter. It took them 15 minutes of heckling me before I finally tried them. I wanted more. Like, I could have eaten a plate load of frog legs. It sounds gross. The thought of it is gross. They're really good. The best way I can describe it, think eating a chicken wing, but it tastes like fish. That's the best example I can get. I tried gator once. I did not like it. But it was here. The guy had it shipped in. He knew how to barbecue it. I really did not like it, so I didn't even finish what I got. But I would be open to trying it again, I think. Yeah. Ben Gibson, welcome. Let's see. If people don't look like they have a channel, then they don't get moderator. Or I don't know them. I don't know Mr. Troll. Grilled pork loin slices. Chip, barbecued up, Johnsonville beer brats for lunch. It was delicious. I think we're having steak again tonight. I'll make rice here in a while. Is Chip my son? No. Chip's older than me. Chip's 62. He's a friend of mine from Nebraska. He was supposed to be out here like a year and a half ago, but his daughter had some issues and he had to go help her in Colorado. So the trip out here was delayed. He was originally going to come out just to hang out and give me some company and help me get the house kind of straightened up. Now it's turned into hanging out, have company, and help me get the house emptied so I can get to the Philippines. He's a funny guy, really good cook. I know he did a lot of different work. I know he did work 13 years as a guard in a prison, along with many other things. I don't want to have bugs. I have had rattlesnake. I have had rabbit. I've had emu jerky. That was really good. I had an ostrich burger once. That was really good, very lean. Yeah, I hear you, Ben. Because I want to be in the Philippines in less than 90 days, and I have so much work to do. I dread getting it done, but I'm also motivated and excited so I can get to the Phils. I just said I've had rattlesnake. Tasted like chicken to me. I like bone marrow. I wouldn't have really ever tried it if I hadn't watched Anthony Bourdain or what's his face from Bizarre Foods. But I tried it just to try it, and I really enjoy it. Ooh. Yeah, let's see. I would rather eat durian than balut. I think I would rather eat balut than Rocky Mountain oysters. I don't really think I want to have, I don't think I want to eat testicles. That just seems like a professional courtesy to the animal that's also a male. We could have crossed swords, but I really don't want to do Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, Ben, I hate oysters. Clams are good. Scallops are amazing. Scallops are actually kind of sweet. Oh my goodness. I like sardines. I like kipper snacks, which are herring. They're packaged in a can like sardines are, but it's herring instead of sardines. I don't think I can say anything that won't get me slapped. Luckily, I don't think her arms are long enough to reach all the way here in the US right now. But I don't need her building up a tally board of slaps to give me when I get there either. I do love diving and eating. I'm quite the advanced cunning linguist. Yeah, I don't need beaks, feathers, bone. How about chicken gizzards? I really love deep fried chicken gizzards with some fry sauce. Ooh. I don't know if I've had quail. I've had Cornish game hen, which I don't know what that really is. I don't think I've ever seen a Cornish game hen. Anybody know what a Cornish game hen actually is? Maybe that's quail or something. Well, if they're anything like choice people, balut is probably acceptable up to so many hours post hatching, if you get my drift. Partial hatching balut. Hello, Rena. Who knows? Because I don't think it's just like an egg that somebody picked up. It isn't. Don't they like do something to? Don't they poke the eggs or something? I really don't know how they do balut. Juanita's tortilla chips are amazing. Like even plain. The only bad thing about them is they break super easy, so they are not good for a dip unless it's a very thin dip. If it puts up any resistance, the chip is going to break. I just wanted something with a crunch, and it's got a little salt on it. So Juanita's tortilla chips are fabulous. I feel like balut is a joke Filipinos play on foreigners. Tortilla. Okay, you know, I've eaten many bags of Juanita's tortilla chips. I didn't actually look at the ingredients. I'm impressed. Yellow stone ground corn, canola oil, salt, trace of lime, and calcium hydroxide, which is, I don't know for what. So they're made, I guess, in Hood River, Oregon, so maybe they're not all the way across. Ooh, pork rinds, yes. Yes to chicharrones. I particularly like the spicy chicharrones or the chili and lime chicharrones. Yeah, well, at least I wouldn't consider it a highly processed food. I know canola oil isn't great, but it's better than some other things I could be snacking on. I don't know. I think some might. I think it depends on the company. Probably depends if it's being basically homemade or mass produced. 9 people? Wow. She's keeping track of people. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining my live. Mega live shout out, everybody. All right, now we've covered bullet and tortilla chips, and I'm eating. What else? So out here, I don't think we really have Kroger stores around much, although Kroger bought, I want to say Safeway and possibly Albertsons, but I know there was a concern about monopoly, so maybe they didn't buy Albertsons, or maybe it's QFC they didn't buy. But I know Kroger does own Safeway, I believe. Safeway is where I mostly go. I don't really go to Costco anymore. I don't really have Sam's Club around here. Around here it's Costco. But I discovered that, well, it's just me, so I don't really need things in bulk. But the few things that I do like that are, say, Kirkland brand, I discovered I can get on Amazon, I can get Kirkland brand for almost as cheap as going to Costco without paying for another membership. Like the coconut oil I like from Costco, Kirkland brand, I can get it from Amazon. Yeah, I have a different vitamin D right now. I actually take 2 capsules for a total of 10,000 milligrams a day. I also take zinc every day, and it has also vitamin C. The zinc has some vitamin C with it, but it's a very small trace amount. And I think there's something that goes with zinc that's also in there that helps your body absorb zinc. Yeah, I found some on Amazon. They call them, it says 10,000 IU, but then you look at it and it's two soft gels. So they're really 5,000 IU gels. But it comes enough. I can't remember if it's a 6-month or a year supply, 2 a day. And it's like under $16. With the weather here, people in this area are definitely pretty vitamin D deficient. We don't get enough sunlight. And then especially somebody like me that works swing shift. I'm almost a vampire because I work afternoons and nights. Although in the summertime it gets late at like 9:15, so I do get some sun. But I always joke that I'm a vampire and my skin doesn't know whether it should burst into flames or sparkle. How's my beautiful Chia doing? She's like, but there's people from my channel in here. That's okay, it's my channel, so sorry. Not sorry. Luckily, that's a Fiesta bag, so I tend to stop. The smaller bags, I've been known to eat a whole bag of Juanita's chips as I'm talking with my mouth full. I need to trim my beard. It gets to this length, and man, the gray really stands out, but at least I shaved my neck this morning, so I'm not a pirate. My pirate name is Neckbeard the Pirate. Arr. Pirate walks into a bar with a paper towel on his head. Bartender's like, "Excuse me, Captain Pirate, why do you have a paper towel on your head?" "Oh, 'tis a bounty on me head." I wasn't able to take my kids to see the latest Pirates of the Caribbean movie because they were under 17 and it was rated R. I basically only tell dad jokes. I grew up with my dad telling them before they were called dad jokes. He always calls them groaners. I got a great political joke for you. Biden. That's it. That's the joke and the punchline. Ba-dum-bum. Come on, people, help me out here. Well, I hope you're still listening there, Chi. Chi Chi, the Filipina. Rachel is Maganda. For years, I didn't know what the word Maganda was. I just thought it was a name because there's a guy, an older guy that works in the shipyard. I did not know that this one really gorgeous girl that was on the sail team, sail for a submarine, the part that sticks up above that the masts go through, her name was Maganda. I did not know that that was a Tagalog word that meant beautiful. But that's his daughter. He's a funny guy. And his daughter's name is Maganda. She used to work at the shipyard. Now I think she's in like Texas pursuing her cosplay kind of career thing, whatever. But I've seen some of her stuff on Instagram. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Nobody's saying anything or the chat has frozen. I was already on for like 2.5 hours earlier, so I'm just grinding out more time right now. So I need topics or questions. Nobody's helping. We got about 45 minutes if Jasper goes live today on time. Hello, computer. Everybody's sleeping or watching in the background, I guess, letting it run. I appreciate the time. I'll just sit here and look guapo for the camera. I think I look pretty tired, but I'm good. Got to get those hours. Get them, get them. I'll go back and Do, 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 do. Edwow. I think Edwow's gone now. Oh, oh, I saw something and then it went away. I don't know where it went. My stupid chat keeps jumping. I was trying to scroll up to something and then it jumps back down at me. Oh well. If anybody's there, blink twice. Blink twice so I know you're alive. Wait, I'm the only one on camera. That's not going to work. I think Chipster is still sleeping. He was going to go sleep for an hour or two. He's been known to say that and then disappear for anywhere from 4 to 24 hours. Then he comes back. Oh, I just had a great nap. And we're like, yeah, it's the next day. He was like, what? So now taking a longer than expected nap is called a chip. I'm going to go lay down for an hour. Oh, we'll see you in 8 hours. Go have a nice chip. Anybody? My goodness, I don't even think she's listening. Somebody put a 1 in the chat if anybody's listening. I'm getting lonely in here. It's very dark. It's dark and cold and lonely all by myself. Or maybe she lost internet again. I hate WhatsApp. And what I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons I hate WhatsApp. Multiple devices, it only goes to one of the devices. Which device do you think you sent it to? My live stream phone. Yeah, that's long. I'm going to have to look at it later, but I'm sure it's funny and the kind of joke I would like. And there's a great example of why I prefer Google Chat. It's not device dependent. You're supposed to be able to link other devices. I've never really gotten it to work. Had it working for like a few days one time, but I had to open it through a browser tab on a phone, and it was just stupid. If you use Google Chat, any device you sign into with your Google account, you can chat on it, and the conversations are carried over. Much more convenient and uses a lot less processor power than Facebook Messenger. So Google Chat is my messaging option of choice. I really use Facebook Messenger sparingly, and the most it's been used is Chi letting me know if she has lost internet or has a blackout or something, so I can pass that along to the live stream people in the chat. Whoops. So my Gmail is in the About section / description in my channel. Emailing isn't the best way. Just grab Google Chat. It's available for Android and iPhone. It's an official Google app. It doesn't take anything besides a Gmail account. Did I watch the video of Tim K? The video of Tim K. I don't know which video of Tim K. So probably not. I've been live streaming basically all day. I haven't watched any videos today. All right, there's some people's. Cheese back, Ben's back, Indica Games is back. Chester sent me a joke on WhatsApp that I can't read because that's my live streaming phone. So that my Gmail account is super easy. It's KuyaStorm YT for YouTube at gmail.com. And if you plug that into Google Chat, you can message me. It's easy and it's free. Now, I'll tell you, if you send me unsolicited eggplant pictures, it's likely to get screenshotted and posted various places that won't get me banned for posting it. So if you send me banana photos, better choose a good one, because I'm not soliciting them, but they're going to end up somewhere, and I'll find a way to embarrass you. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Have I seen Tim K's channel? Yes. Sounded like you were asking if I watched a specific Tim K video. TK lacks self-awareness and things he does and said. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that you were a mod. I was like, Ben Gibson is a mod in Tim K channel. I was like, that's interesting. He lacks self-awareness, and he does and says things that I believe he perceives will be funny and taken as funny. To me, they come across, and I'm pretty liberal with finding things hilarious, even if they're inappropriate. But things he does and says, I'm like, oof, big oof. Whether it's to himself or something he says, trying to make a joke at or with Chrissy, and I'm just like, dude, how is anybody that not self-aware? I understand dry humor. I understand most types of humor. It's not just dry sense of humor. I'm not trying to diss on him, because I've watched his videos and he can be great, but a good example is when he tried to go on a collab trip with a few guys. And they basically couldn't get away from him fast enough. So anyway, let's not continue on. Try is the wrong word. Yeah, I don't know what the word would be. And it's not even that it's inappropriate. It's because I find inappropriate things hilarious AF much of the time, but I can't even think of the words to use. It's just, it's things you just don't. And I find South Park hilarious, and they bag on just about anything, but I don't know. Next topic. Next, please. Thank you, drive through. There's not. And I'm not trying to cause problems. Also, for Google Chat, since somebody just messaged me, if you're worried about privacy, make another Gmail account with any name you want. You don't have to use your government name. You don't have to use an existing Gmail account. Spend 5 minutes, make a Gmail account. It's helpful maybe if you use your YouTube name, which for Ben Gibson is kind of what can you do, but I'm going to have to go through and sort out my Google account for my YouTube channel because I have to see if I can even change things to make it work so that when I get monetized, it'll be accepted. Because I think the first name is Kuya and last name is Storm or something like that, and that's obviously not going to work for tax purposes. So I have to figure out how to untangle that problem. I'm not hiding my real age, but that's correct. You do not have to use your government name and you do not have to give your real age. However, I believe you should only message me if you are 18 years or older. I do not want to talk to anyone under the age of 18. And if I find out anyone is under the age of 18, I will block them immediately. I've told people my real name. I'm not hiding it. I just wanted something that was more interesting and appealing as a YouTube name. Ben Gibson's easy. Gregory Wagoner is not the most easy thing, and then you've got to do spellings, and they write down Craig with a C instead of Greg with a G. Ash, come! Ash! Come on! Come on! Come here. Ash! Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. He didn't want to come because he knows he was naughty for being out on the road trying to say hi to somebody. Unfortunately, people see a 70-pound big dog running at them with a stick. Scares the crap out of them. Just, I guess. All right, so let me... All right, cool. So now on KuyaStorm Google Chat, I have EdWow, who is almost 2 months late on replying to me again, and Jester's Journey. I can't remember if I can put... No, I can't edit it, but I know who it is, especially with the picture. Perfect, Jesters, thank you. Nice. Okay, Jasper has a video premiere. I never know. His naming of things can be difficult. Sometimes I don't click on a new video because I think it's a video premiere and I'm like, oh, I'll just blow that off and watch it later. And it'll end up that it was a live. So I don't know if that's a video premiere or a live premiere in 30 minutes. I'm guessing it's a video premiere followed by a live 15 to 30 minutes later. People are starting to know me. Maybe I should change it. Mini dog. Huh. All right. Chi is doing chores. but has her phone watching. Cool. Yeah. So Google Chat used to be called Google Hangouts when Google Plus was a thing, when they still had Google Plus, which was their Facebook. And that Google has had a very sordid history of changing chat clients and retiring them and forcing people over to the next one. And I get super tired of it. Janet's live. You can go ahead and go over to Janet. That's fine. I need to stay here and grind out another half an hour at least. So, yeah, I've seen her. That's Mike's Philippine retirement's wife, right? Gemma. Yeah, I've been in Mike's live chat before, and I am subscribed as a member. So I wouldn't say that they know me, but they would probably recognize the name. Recognize the name. I know she was doing retail, not retail, real estate. She was showing like houses and stuff here and there. And then in a live chat I was in like 2 months ago, he said they were going to stop doing that, but didn't really elaborate why. She showed some great places. I was like, man, if I wish I was there, I would have been happy to snatch some of those up. I've never seen KuyaStorm live that I'm aware of. I just see him and his alt accounts in live chats. But he is my Kuya from another mother. Even though I don't know him. The name confusing with you. Yeah, well, Kuya Barako has been in Jasper's channel. I don't know how he loses accounts or changes accounts. He's been Kuya Squid or Kuya in Tech, Kuya Barako. So I can hardly keep up with. He'll come in and just start talking, and Jasper and all of us are like, "Who are you?" And he just keeps talking. And finally, we're like, "You're gonna get banned if you don't tell us who the f you are." Squid and Tech Barako. Thank you. Oh, and Bunso was another name. Let's see. Just to send you on a loop, I sent my passport priority mail, and they cashed the check on the 20th. They are quick with expedite service because I move on July 29th. Hope they are quick with expedite service. Yeah, I don't have a date. People kept asking me, "Oh, what's your flyout date? What's your timeline?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna set a date until I have a freaking passport in my hand. It's pointless to even look at flight tickets right now." That's fine. He trusted me pretty quickly, but he was able to look at my account and see that my account was like 12 years old. So who's going to come in to troll him with a 12-year-old account? And then I was able to prove that this was me when I made my channel account, because I sent him an email from my Stormblade X69 account saying, "Hey, KuyaStorm is in fact me." Thanks, Dwayno. Appreciate you coming back again. Yeah, I say 12. I made my account. Well, I don't know when the YouTube account side was created, but my Gmail account was created in 2010 when I got my first Android. But I would say my account's probably at least 12 years old, probably longer. Not this one. KuyaStorm I made, I don't know. Because No, look up what year Google bought YouTube, because at first they weren't 1-1. I don't remember what year Google bought YouTube. And then they had to do a whole acquisition, transition thing, merging memberships and various shenanigans. So I'm sure it's not as old as a Gmail, but I think it's at least 12 years old. Yep. I had an invite and didn't use it for the longest time. But then I got an Android phone and I didn't need to use the invite because you had to have a Gmail to have an Android. And everybody's like, oh, Google's the no such agency and this and that. Maybe it is, but I still like their products, and I, in a lot of cases, would rather use Google than Microsoft in some ways. Maybe that's the wrong way to think about it, but that's just me. I'm not an anti-Microsoft person either. I mean, I live near Microsoft. They're only about 2 hours away from me, and I've done usability studies like 4 or 5 times. Well, between usability and game tests studies, and I've been to Bungie Studios 2 studies, but it was 3 visits because one study was 2 days. That was fun. That's in Bellevue. A lot of people, they see the name and they try and send it out and they're like, Bellevue, Washington. No, it's Bellevue, Washington. It's as easy as it looks. Bellevue. It's not French. Bellevue. Easy. Done. And then Redmond's basically right next door. We got 6 people. We got 8 likes. I'm a superstar. But my little over 2-hour live I did earlier, which was my second live of the day. This is my third, the first one being a screencast of my Star Trek Fleet Command game. My second live, which was my first video live of the day. I know, round and round I go. Round and round I go. Actually got like over 9 hours of watch time, so that's good. Thank you, Jester. Whoa, there went my charge cord. I get Whamadine chargers and cables. This thing is a 240 watt, 10 gigabit per second USB-C cable. Nice. My phone can recharge fast. Am I working now or not working? I'm going to be a smartass and say I'm in my yard, so I'm not working. But do you mean tomorrow will I be working? Yes. I won't really figure out an end date for my job until I have my passport. Because when I get my passport, then I can look at tickets and like certain days, is it better to fly on a weekend? Is it? Thought I was done job. Jester, why on earth do you type like a Filipino? Use your words, brother. You thought I was done working. No, when I say retire in the Philippines, I mean I'm leaving the shipyard because I'm burned the F out, and I am retiring not from the shipyard. I'm burned out, and I discovered I can live as well or better than I am now in the Philippines on just my VA disability money. So I am retiring onto my VA disability, not from the shipyard. I would have to work basically exactly 10 more years to retire from the shipyard, because you've got to be 59 and a half. I don't want to work another 10 years in that high stress job, and the anxiety and stress level, I may not even make it that many years because it might give me a freaking stroke or a heart attack. My dad's 81. That's the same age as Jasper's dad. And he still does some sheet metal here or there for extra money. I do not want to work until I'm 80 years old. Now, he's the type that he's worked since he was younger than 14. And I think he's the type, if he really stopped, he would just die. But I don't want to do that. I'm not that kind of workaholic. So I keep seeing all these people that I know and famous people or sports people that are healthy, not doing drugs, and they drop dead at 49 or 55 or 59 or 62. I'm going to put the brakes on. And yes, if I stayed at the shipyard for another 10 years, I wouldn't be surprised if I would have probably 4 to 5 grand a month in the Philippines. But I would miss out on, say, the beautiful the Filipina, and I might not even live that long because it might kill me. So F that. My VA disability is 70%. Now, not everybody with the same percentage is going to get the same amount. The amount is based on what a specific disability item is, and if it's given a rating so that it's covered by medical benefits, and whether or not it is entitled to a monetary amount. But it's not just all added up, because if you added up all of my various little disability things, it's not like a big thing. I'm 70%. It's not like I've lost an arm or a leg or something, but I have lots of small injuries. My knees, my shoulder, my ankle, I have some hearing loss. I have my gut problem. I did not get my sleep apnea on it because I didn't find out about it until much later. And some things, I've heard differing information. Some people say if you go in to have something added, they could evaluate other things and you could lose rating if they, even if they're not looking at it, decide that something else you're rated on isn't a problem anymore. So I'm just not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it alone. But where I was going with that is if you added up, one of my dogs is out from the front, who's not supposed to be. I would probably be like 140% disability, but the max is 100. But what they do, they add everything up and do some kind of, I call it nuclear math, to figure out what your overall rating percentage is. But the amount you get is based on each specific thing and whether or not it's money compensation or not. And then they figure out how much that dollar amount is. So My dollar amount for 70% does not necessarily equate to somebody else's dollar amount for 70%. Wow. You did, Jester? My goodness, dude. I'm glad you're okay, brother. Wow. That's scary. Yeah, I just decided I needed to do it. I needed to change. Um, this house has been mine for 19 years, and I'll miss it in some aspects, but there are so many ghosts of relationships past and missing my kids, and just there's a lot of negative stuff. Do you get to keep it while staying out of the States? Yeah, you keep it living outside of the States. Why would you renounce your citizenship? And people, I mean, when I started looking, I had no idea what an expat or an expatriate was. An expatriate does not mean you are not patriotic to your country anymore. It doesn't mean you give up your citizenship. An expatriate is somebody simply living outside of their home country. And even though I have issues with some things in the US with politics and things, I'm still a proud American. And if somebody renounces their US citizenship, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. You're a flipping idiot. I will be a patriotic American until the day I die, even if I found some way to be able to be a dual citizen Filipino, which isn't going to happen. I mean, they did it for that one guy, but he he really immersed himself in the Philippines more than I think most people could possibly do. So he really earned it, but I think he did. I don't know, but I believe he renounced his Canadian citizenship. I believe he was Canadian. Do not renounce your U.S. citizenship because let's say you have to go back to the U.S. or let's say you have a major medical problem. Healthcare is not the best in the Philippines. And if you had to, you could flap your arms really hard and get back to the US and go into an emergency room, and they would have to give you some amount of treatment, and somebody somewhere would either pay it or they would just eat it. So yeah, I kind of understand with Social Security because there's a lot of people that abuse that stuff, but I would think if you have VA disability, they should look into that and be like, oh, okay, you have VA disability. You're also obviously qualified for Social Security disability. Joe Schmuckatelli off the street that says, oh, I have an emotional problem and I can't work, so give me disability money. Sorry, that's bullshit. Yeah. I can't really think of any country I'd want to, well, I'm sure there's countries if I was from there, I would want to renounce my citizenship. But I mean, I'm not going to throw names out because then I just dig holes that people can drag up later when they want to decide that they don't like KuyaStorm for some reason and I'm the new target of something, but I'm not disrespectful or doing anything. But I could still become the target of the haters if they get bored. but I don't think I'm really giving anybody any reason to have a problem with me. Even if I say something about somebody, I make it clear I'm not dumping on them as a human being. I'm not trying to disrespect them, even if I think they're a schlub. I just think some people have mental thing. Now, if it's somebody, if they do something that violates somebody else or a child, yes, I am 1,000% against that. But I'm just saying, if they're an idiot, but they're not hurting anybody else but themselves, go be an idiot. I don't care. Doesn't affect me. But if you you hurt somebody else, particularly a woman or a child, I may or may not be one of the people in the dark alley that's kicking your ass, and you may not come out of there breathing. I will not tolerate that shit. Yeah, I swore. Sorry. Sorry, YouTube. I should get a few gimme swear words per hour for being a submarine veteran or a military veteran, but especially submarines, good grief. But yeah, military. Man, my gray. I really need to trim. To be honest, the main reason I cut my foot-long goatee off was because it was all gray. This is all divorces. If it wasn't for divorces, I would probably still have color. I don't mind it up here because I keep it short, so you really can't see it much. So I didn't really go many places on submarines because most of my time was on Trident submarines, the missile subs, and they don't go to foreign ports. Now, I'll qualify that with 4 Trident submarines were changed to be SSGNs, guided missile submarines, not ballistic missile, nuclear missile submarines. They go to foreign ports. That's the first 4 of the Trident class. So they are technically Trident submarines, but to me, I would call them GNs, not Tridents, even though they are technically Trident submarines. They are no longer Trident missile submarines. But because of the nature of the business they do, you go out and you remain undetected in undisclosed holes in the ocean, being as quiet as you can, so that if anybody tries to nuke the US, we're going to nuke them back. And then we have about a 15 or 20 minute lifespan after that point, because the satellites are going to know exactly where we are, and those subs are not fast enough to get out. You have to basically clear 100 or 50 nautical mile radius to survive a nuclear strike back on your location, which is what's going to happen. If a Trident missile sub launches, it's going to die. But they're going to get their birds off, and that entire country is going to be obliterated into smithereens. It's called MAD, mutually assured destruction. So for us, a Trident missile submarine, a foreign port was Hawaii or San Diego. Thank you, Cooper. And and like I said earlier, you may not have been in here. I've never been in a physical altercation with a guy, and obviously not a woman. If I ever did, I would probably be in big trouble because the other person would probably be dead. So I turn and walk away. So, but if somebody hurts my partner or my children, all bets are off. Let's see. cook. Yeah, I did 3 years in Hawaii and at Pearl Harbor in the shipyard there, doing the same job I'm doing now in the shipyard, which is why part of the reason my Navy experience on submarines helped me get the job. But the fact that I had done it on shore duty, I got hired into the shipyard here very, very quickly. And if you get a newly degreed engineer out of college, it probably takes them 6, 8, 12 months to get fully qualified and knowledgeable enough to do the job I do every day, let alone be in charge of swing shift like I am on my projects. I was fully qualified and working overtime in a month, not 6, 8, 10, 12 months. 1 month and I was fully qualified working overtime. So that comes from my experience. I always wanted to go back to Hawaii, but it's just too damn expensive unless you're in the military or you're married, both working well-paying jobs, or you're sharing an apartment or a house with somebody else, probably multiple somebody else's. All right, it is almost 6 p.m. or 1800 for you military types. Jasper's video is about to go live, so I'm going to end this live and go watch his live stream, live chat, and maybe he'll be live after that, depending how long. If he goes live, depending how long he goes live, I may or may not go live again, at least for a while. But if he runs long, then I usually don't go live again, so that I can go into Cheese live stream. Now I have hiccups. I don't call them hiccups when it's this. It's hiccups from nicotine. Nicotine-induced hiccups. So I appreciate you all coming in and hanging out and talking with me. Let's all roll over to Jasper in the Philippines live premiere and probably a live stream after that. I will end it with Hanako.